Yeah, why'd the fog have to come in? It obstructed everything. Yeah. This is how we start today's stream. The true essence of Phantasy Star Online 2 right here. I love that that dude just walked by looking like an absolute pimp right as I said that. Oh my god. And that looked like Slim Shady with the sword. Right, there he goes. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. She looks a lot like, She must have like a similar eye or... I don't know how the customization works in this game just yet. But she definitely has a similar set of eyes to like that one like demon girl chick we saw in PSO2 Classic the other day. Extra thick over there. I mean, not much different from, you know. Whoa. You can zoom out hella far. Not much different from this chick, but you know. Anyway. Get the hell out of here. I can't move my mouse in that mode because it starts to rotate the camera, even though I have the primary control set to the controller, not the camera. But for some reason, that's how it works. Give me 1 second. Is the audio working? Give me 1 second. Yes, it is. And that's set up. This up, yeah, everything's good. Alright! We're good. Relica's apparently her name. Anyway, hey everybody! That was a nice intro, isn't it? That'll make a nice thumbnail for YouTube right there. Just starting off with Relic over there showing some ass and dancing. I don't know who they are, but I figured that's a good way to start the stream. That'll get some extra clicks on YouTube. Yes. Anyway, let me turn down the volume. I realized, well, for me anyway, the volume is a little too high. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Online 2. We're gonna switch over to Classic because that's the one we're still working on. We're missing out on events and all the cool stuff happening in NGS because we're not at this point yet. But we'll get there. I am kind of curious though. Zell. We got Zell from... We gotta see what this person looks like. That's their ID. If you decide to stand in my way, I will cut you down. Okay, we got an edgelord here. I almost thought that would have been like a reference to like FF8 or something. No, it was not. Yeah, I don't have a sprout on my head anymore. I checked, so I get put in the block with all the other normal peeps now. I guess it's just based on time spent now, I suppose.
Hey.
Yeah. If so, I mean, it hasn't even been... Peaches ain't here. It hasn't even been, hold on, before Peaches does show up. There we go. Anyway. It hasn't even been 72 hours. Like, I can still use the salon free editing over here. I think it says right here. Yeah, look, I have a whole day remaining. So I'm not sure if it's based on, like, in-game actual playtime. And if it is, it's really short. Or if it's based on progress, which that would make more sense because I'm level 50 now in all right, I can't switch to PSO2 Classic yet on the go here. But there was something I was going to point out anyway. Before we switch over, I'm level 51 now, and we'll get to that in a second. But if it's based on that, then that makes a little bit more sense, you know. Yeah. So if it's based on progress for either game, then I guess That is a really cool looking character. Okay, her face is whatever, but the outfit though. The outfit with the sword. I like that. There's some really cool outfits in this game. Blade. There's too many nearby characters to narrow it down sometimes. This is a really cool look. I'm saving this. I'm not gonna take an in-game screenshot because I have that one set up to ignore user interface. I'm using the snip tool on Windows 11. There we go. Just to have a reminder of like the name of the clothes she's wearing, I guess, like the outfit pieces. So I can look it up sometime for like Zara or something. I like this, so I'm hitting the like on this. It's really cool. There you go. Add bookmark. Oh, you can do this too. That makes it easier. I guess just, yeah, whatever. Look one. Maybe I'll rename it off stream if I can come up with a better name. But yeah, it's a really cool look. Wait, how do you... Oh, that just does that. I'm not sure how you zoom in or whatever. Oh, there we go. Any outfit concept that uses wings, already a huge plus. I haven't shown many of my FF14 characters yet, but this is a concept I really like on them. So that's why I saved that look. I was like, this gives me ideas. But of course, getting cosmetics in this game is a whole shebang compared to, you know, FF14, of course, because it's all randomized. Hey. Holy shit! Giant booba walking around. Anyway, I think we're set. Oh, she stopped dancing. Maybe she realized she was on camera. There's something. That looks... I think it's the lighting in that eye. Very menacing. And Peaches is not here yet. Don't worry. We're good. We're still okay. I was like... Peaches ain't here yet. Shh. Anyway. What else was I gonna do? So, they just had a major update. They had a maintenance yesterday, which is not the reason I didn't stream. Yesterday I didn't stream because I just got busy with stuff. But it worked out because... Why are there blue names? I haven't figured out... Oh, there. For anybody who wants to know. That's exactly what I was expecting. I was like, it's definitely an RP'er. 100%. As close as you get to RP anyway. I'll send that to Peaches later and be like, look. We're making progress in the real game. The Ada Ada doesn't surprise me. What do they got? Lewd Thick CS. What does CS mean? That same dance they were doing is literally part of the preview. Just here to chat and be lewd. Yeah, it's pretty close to the RP scene in FF14, so yeah. It's safe to equate it that way. If you want to have some fun, send a message. Yep. I've seen profiles like that. Yeah. This has to be where they got the adventure plate idea from. In FF14. And it's still nowhere near as good as this, because this is actually, like, animated. Like, your character is actually moving around. There, it's just a static image of your character. Nice. Alright. I'll send her a like too. This one, not cool. I'll just put cute. I'll send her a cute one. There you go. You guys have her info now. Hit her up, man. You want to have some fun? There you go. She's looking for company, y'all. She's looking for company. Anyway, so yeah, what I really wanted to talk about was before getting distracted by the temptations of the city is where the hell do you access it? The communications? No, I think it's impersonal. Shit. Gotta be shop then. Play scratch tickets. Yeah, so they added this. This is part of the update, the major update they had today. Or sorry, yesterday. From the maintenance from yesterday. They're doing a crossover with this other thing called Arcanadia. I've never heard of this. It's a completely different subculture. Because I've never heard of this before in my life. But it's another crossover event, kind of like the Sonic event. They didn't decorate the city here, but they did decorate the shopping plaza in PSO2 Classic though. I do remember that. They also started the Rewind collection, which is, I guess, older like cosmetics that they had before, maybe? Not sure. But yeah, so this is one way to buy cosmetics. You get scratch-off tickets, so it's a bit of a gamba. It's a raffle sort of thing. It's kind of expensive, though. Like, 2,200 to play 12 times. You don't even know what you're gonna get. But 2,200 is basically, what? $22. So yeah, $22 gets you 12 plays, and you don't even know what you're gonna get. That's pretty expensive. Yeah, because I believe every 100 Arcs cash is $1, something like that. Yeah, you just put the decimal there. Yeah, so it's $22 for 12 plays. I was like, this can rack up quick. And I mean, you can tell from most of the stuff they advertise, the game is definitely meant to be a waifu simulator, and it's meant to cater to that crowd, 100%. But yeah, I'm kind of curious if anybody knows what this is. I've never heard of this. I'll probably Google it later, but yeah, I am wondering what the hell that is. And while we're here, there was one scratch off that doesn't require star gems or Arcs cash that I wanted to play. I think it was this one? Card scratch voucher? Line strike card scratch? I think this is for some like card minigame that they have for this game, for NGS. Here, let's try it. These have been sitting in my inventory. I wanted to try them. Purchase 10 bundles card scratch for 100 scratch tickets. Let's do it. And we'll get back into the story stuff after this. But yeah, I figured I'd just comment briefly on the update that they had yesterday because it was a major patch, I guess. Speed this up. Blowing! Usable by all characters in this account once registered, up to 3 max. Up to 3 what? You can get 3 copies of the card? What's the point of having more copies? Okay, cool. I don't know if I'll ever play this minigame that this pertains to, but I'll take the free stuff. Vivian. I see some references to other Phantasy Star games. There's Ethan. Now, is that Karen from PSU or a different Karen? There's Aina from this game. Oh no. More Gamba. I think yesterday's update also included like a new 32 player activity. Some new combat content. I read the patch notes. Most of the shit's out of context for me, of course. Today's July 2nd, so I'm referring to an update that happened during a maintenance on July 1st. It was yesterday. Usually I point out dates like that just to future-proof the video so that people are like, when was this filmed, you know? Gives better context, I feel. Nay looks like... Oh, shook, it's Laia. And there's Eleanor from PSO. And she has her super evolved mag on her back, too. And what she gets when you do the canon story playthrough. Nay looks like somebody from... That artwork looks like she's from Phantasy Star 1 or something. Or 2. Probably where she's from. What is this, our 4th playthrough, I believe? For these scratches? These scratch-offs? Hey, Silver from PSL 3. Nice. More faces I recognize. Alright, that's it. There. That was sitting in my inventory and it was tempting. I was like, Big Bang scratch ticket gold. Oh shit, I don't even think I didn't realize that. Wait, no. But yeah, I was thinking of these ones. I was like, hold on. It said undefined. Silver. Win beta reactors and end augment transfer passes. This will probably not mean much of anything until we play NGS. I'll take them now though. Why not? Oh, some star gems. Okay. I'll probably find a use for them eventually. Star gems. $50. I'll take it. Anything more? This is new. This definitely wasn't on the menu before. Special scratch tickets. Sure. Turning this whole stream into a Gamba stream. I'm not gonna do this at the start of every stream, obviously. But I had these sitting in my inventory for the longest time, and I was kind of like, dude, I wanna see what's up with all this stuff. Stuff is happening, I have no idea what. Neat outfits, I guess. Use them. Shit, now we gotta go one at a time for a bit. So something I really like about the cosmetics though, even though they are randomized through these scratch-offs, I do appreciate the fact that if you get the same cosmetic item twice, or yeah, like twice, and you register it to a character twice, if you get it twice and register it twice, it makes it available for the entire account, for any alternate characters you have on the account. So if you get a cosmetic once, it's bound to the character you use it on. But if you use it on that same character, if you happen to get it again, it's already happened to me. You get the same cosmetic and use it on the same character. It allows you to use it account-wide for all the characters on all the accounts. I was like, okay, well that makes it a little bit, that balances it out a little bit, makes it a little bit more user-friendly. Like, I'll take that. I think that's actually a really cool feature. I mean, it's definitely more customer-friendly or user-friendly or whatever than FF14's mod station. That shit has become way more predatory. And this shit's expensive and almost everything is just for one character. So it's like you can choose what you get. It's not a scratch-off or a raffle, but goddamn is it expensive. And it's like, and if you want it on all your characters, you're gonna have to buy a copy for every single character for most outfits. In fact, pretty much every outfit. The only account-wide stuff they have on the Mog Station is mounts. I mean, even then, only like a small handful of them. Most of them are still per character. I think I had like 6. I wish I could skip this animation so we could get through them. I'll just skip that part at least. Let's just keep going. Oh, we got something rare. What's this? Oh. There, we used them all. Okay, these are Arcs Cash, Star Gems. I think that's everything. Alright. So yeah, I just wanted to briefly comment on the booba, obviously, but also the patch from yesterday. Since I have no idea what's going on in NGS, none of it was all out of context for me, so none of it made any sense, but I figured I'd comment on it. And then well, for science. That's alright, pieces ain't here. Damn, these ladies are... they're built. Holy shit. Anyway, let's switch over to PSO2 Classic before I get distracted anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to briefly comment on some of the patch notes I saw. The crossover they're doing, which I have no idea. More on that in a bit, because there's some decorations in the shopping plaza for PSO2 Classic for it. But also... something about PSO2 Classic in particular, I'll have to log in first before this makes sense, is that, but I can start explaining it now. So I think I'm not going to be doing all the dailies anymore off stream. I'll be doing some, so I can still gain some experience and level up or whatever. But there's some I'm definitely not going to do anymore, because I was saying that I will just record the intro that only plays once, when the operators like Melita or whatever her name is, when they kind of introduce the area, when you start an expedition for the first time in a brand new zone. I was saying that I would probably like record that part. That I would probably record that and then show it on stream whenever we got there in the story, basically. However, I've changed my mind about that after a
quest would you like?
The recommended quest I got today. Las Vegas Exploration. Location Earth. I know there's this episode 4 called The Earth Story. But that's still kind of a spoiler for me. Like, even though I kind of knew that was coming, I didn't know Las Vegas was in this game. I thought I thought that was really cool when I saw this, and I was like, oh my god, why is this the recommended expedition? Because it's usually always the recommended expedition that has the 3 client orders that give you that daily boost that sort of starts to slow down. It starts to lower and reset every day, every 24 hours. And I'm trying to keep the chain up, but I did not want to do this off stream. And I don't want to do it now either, because I actually want to do it on stream, but with context, with actual story context. I want to know why the fuck we're on Earth and why the fuck we're in Las Vegas.
Drop by anytime.
I don't want to play through it until those 2 things are established in the story. So I decided from now on, I think I just won't do the expeditions. Any expeditions I haven't done yet for dailies, I won't do them. I'm not that desperate to level up. I'm already severely over-leveled for the part of the story I'm in right now, so why bother, right? So I think from now on, my off-stream dailies will just be... Which quest would you like? These quests, they usually don't entail a new place. They're just sub-quests, essentially. How do you look at subquests again? There it is. Yeah, they're just the Arcs quest basically, but for areas that we've already been to, some for maybe areas we haven't been to. But I think those are safe, and I can still get those boxes that might give me like the Tokyo key to level up really fast. But yeah,
I look forward to your next
I'm not gonna be doing any more expeditions that haven't been done on stream. Off stream, just because I don't want to spoil stuff like that for myself. It's already enough of a spoiler that I saw we're going to Las Vegas, but I definitely don't want to play through that stage until we actually have proper context. So until we actually reach episode 4 is what I'm saying, and then we'll, you know, I want to experience it that way. I don't want to just go in there like that right now and not even knowing what's going on, and then maybe hear something very minor spoilerish from the operators like Melita or whatever when they introduce the area, because they'll obviously talk about it a little bit, like Las Vegas.
What would
So yeah,
you
I'm
like
trying to
do?
avoid that. And that's pretty much it. Let me do this real quick, 'cause I haven't been keeping up with this. Thank you.
Feel free to stop by anytime.
Whew. So yeah, the shopping plaza. It's weird not hearing the Station Square music anymore in this place. But yeah, here in the shopping plaza, look, they've decorated. I don't know if this has anything to do with the crossover event they're doing, or if this is maybe what it's normally looks like. I don't think so though. Yeah, I don't know. I have no context for this. I'm used to seeing Sonic floating here. And yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. I don't know if those decorations are just how it looks every day. Could be. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to start the stream with. So now we can head back into the meat and potatoes, the story content.
Which quest are you up for?
So we're still on episode 1, even though the game made us think we were done with it, because we saw the ending credits, but somehow it's still not over, which is fine. I like the fact that this game is going to be long. It's going to give us a lot of stream content, a whole new story to absorb that I've never experienced before. I'm always a fan of that, especially when it's part of like a franchise that I enjoy. And Phantasy Star is pretty alright, so I've been enjoying my playthrough of these games so far. So our next episode, or whatever we want to call these, mission, our next main story mission is called Unforgettable Will, and we're still with Kuna. We've become attached to the hip with her in the last like 5 or 10 missions. The game just suddenly revolved around her out of nowhere and literally no one else for a good chunk. She's in her pop star persona. Let's see what she's got. Let's see what she's got to say. Everything else is good? Yeah. April 25th, 1000 hours.
I've successfully reported in about the Hadrid job being concluded.
Yeah, you put your brother to rest. And they're already playing the sad music that played when that happened too. No, it's different music, but yeah.
With that, the series of troublesome events comes to a close. I guess that's case closed.
And you don't even sound that sad because you're in this persona right now.
You want to know what I'm gonna do from here on out? The same thing I always do.
Keep singing, bringing a smile to people's faces during the day and during the night being an assassin? Did I nail it?
I'll keep up my singing career. And the extra career that no one is to know about.
Okay, I nailed it.
You son of a
But from now on,
bitch.
I'm going to stop just doing whatever I'm told. I'm going to start thinking for myself.
That's a good plan.
But first, we've got some work we've yet to finish.
What's that?
There are other rampaging dragons out there. We have to help send them beyond this life, knowing what they're going through. Hadrid, he always did his best to help me. So now, I want to help others as well. I find myself greatly in debt to you for all of this. Words can't properly express my gratitude. But at least let me say it one more time. Thank you. Thank you for helping me send Hadrid off.
Of course, Kuna. Anytime.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Even if you happen to.
I won't be forgetting this, don't worry.
So I'm going to do all I can to make sure that the next time we meet, I can be the one to help you.
Looking forward to it. Take it easy, Kuna. And there she goes. Hey, we can add her to the party now. Sweet, she's a new party member we unlocked. I like that they kept that system from Phantasy Star Universe. Being able to have the characters you meet in the story as party members when you do like Even when you're doing like non-story related stuff, just being able to have them as partners and stuff. And that's it, I guess. Why I entrust all to you. Shion, Luther, Kuna, and Kasra. This has a 20 star gem ticket, so I'm guessing it's the end of the chapter.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you about the various events that seem to be occurring around a focal point.
Okay. What do you got?
According to my analysis, she should be around here.
And who's this asshole?
Can you hear me, Shion? At last, my knowledge has brought me this far. I suppose it's too early for me to see you yet. I want to understand you, but it seems I'm not capable of that yet.
Yeah, this is what the shopping plaza is supposed to look like.
I don't wish to put you in a foul mood, so I'll take my leave now.
Dude, look at her legs and her hands.
What do you think? Did she hear me?
Yeah.
I must express my gratitude to you as well. It's thanks to you that I've been better able to understand her.
That's so.
I still don't know why she's doing what she's doing, but I look forward to the day when everything becomes clear. My name is Luther. I'm the director of the Void apparatus, which you all call the laboratory. May we meet again.
He cannot see me. Even my voice cannot reach him. However, he is aware of me.
Clearly. What's up with your hands?
It is because of him that I have entrusted everything to you. I must sever all ties with him. However, it is also my existence that twisted him to begin with. I regret the inquisitiveness that caused all this, and that I must burden you.
And look who was watching.
So that's Luther, the leader of the Photoners.
Oh, now I'm getting context for one of the urgent quest announcements that happens once in a while.
Strictly speaking, he's the only person now who can truly be called a photoner. But yes, you are correct. The other researchers simply call themselves that because they wish to be photoners. First, Elder is released, and now the artificial Draconian is gone. That put enough of a wrench in his plans to make him appear.
Oh, so he's not happy, huh?
Though to think the first person he'd interact with would be that person, it cannot just be coincidence.
Me?
I don't care about that. I just want revenge on the person who screwed with Hadrids in my lives.
Atta girl, Kuna. Get his ass.
Kuna, our friend here is the key. You understand that, don't you?
I'm gonna do this my way. I have no intention of making friendly with you, Kasra of the Council of Six. Or should I say, of the trio of heroes. Anyway, I assume you understand.
Put emphasis on weird parts of that sentence.
Yes, I do, Kuna. Once this is all over, you may do with me as you wish.
Damn, put himself at our mercy just like that.
That was our agreement. And considering the risks you're taking, I mean to keep that promise.
I hate that I accept everything, face of yours. What are you even after?
As of this moment, the same thing you are after.
Well...
I'll follow you no longer. Luther. You're the one person I...
The one person you hate? Maybe. Oh, that was the end of episode 1. Okay, so basically... Those last two scenes we just saw were meant to be post-credits scenes. Essentially. Now we're actually done with episode 1. So now we have two options. Main story episode 2. Or sub-story episode 2. What is the next expedition? The coast, apparently. Episode 2 will probably have this. We'll find out. Alright, let's go to episode 2. I'm guessing it doesn't matter which one I click, it'll just unlock new content for both. Alright, let's start episode 2. There it is. It starts with Wondrous Wapal, which is in the coast. Yeah, so we do have to do coast exploration. Alright, cool. We're gonna get some heavy gameplay in this stream. Instead of just the usual, like, quest battles here and there. I guess Dragon Altar exploration was probably just an extra non-story related area. Because I did the expedition for this place and it never came up in the story. It still might though, who knows? Because coast exploration is lower level, so we'll see. Okay, your objective is to explore the coast on the surface of the planet Wapal. Your feet to search the coast at will. So I'm guessing this is... The start of a new episode was probably like a major patch release that added a bunch of new content, including new areas, and this is one of them. Taking a wild guess here. Alright, let's do it. It's a planet covered in water. It's kind of neat how the story takes you to across a lot of different planets, and that they added new planets to explore, like whole new worlds to explore in every major patch, I guess. That's one gripe I've heard of people mention with NGS, is that it all takes place in just one fucking planet or something. Doesn't really have the same intergalactic exploration vibe that the old PSL2 had. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know though. I guess because of the new open world format, they didn't want to make enormous environments that all looked insanely different from each other. Kinda lazy, unfortunately. Just being able to go to different planets definitely probably gives people a bigger sense of scale, I guess. Like being able, you know, it's nice to feel like you're actually exploring new worlds rather than just a major content patch giving you just another like big chunk of land on the same planet. Even if it looks a little different, it definitely might make the adventure feel smaller scale, is what I'm saying. So I can see why people might get frustrated by that for sure. While I'm on this topic, before we start this mission, the coast exploration, I did remember at the last second there was one more thing I wanted to address. That is fourth wall breaking. Where did I... Okay, yeah, screenshots. So go to snips. Pull it up. On the website. Here we go. And then I have to show it on screen. Okay, so yeah, leave that there. Technical shit, give me 1 second. And then if I close this, open screen capture, properties, this screenshot here, Yeah, this works. Alright, so yeah, look at this. Like, for all the faults that NGS might have, which we were just explaining some of them, which is just things that I've heard from people who play it. I still haven't touched it. I can't pass judgment on it myself. But from all the gripes I've heard from people about NGS, at least they have this. Now, anybody who's any FF14 players will know what I mean by this just by looking at it. The fact that they actually have a roadmap, I think, kind of would, like, something like this would go a very long way for FF14 players right now. Again, for context, July 2nd, 2025. That game is experiencing a gigantic drop-off in players from how disappointed people are in the latest expansion. Mostly because of a lack of things to do that isn't just super fucking hardcore content. There's nothing like laid back and casual to do in that game. That's literally the main gripe. For a lot of people, it's just there's nothing to do, period. Like, they just find the content lacking regardless of the skill level that is required to play it. And I've seen that a lot of people have been saying it'd be a lot nicer if we could at least get a fucking roadmap like this that lets us know what the hell's coming up next, because apparently they used to do that. FF14 developers used to actually have roadmaps like these that they would announce at their live letters. They don't do that anymore. And in fact, something troubling is the latest live letter just started with like 15 minutes of plugging other projects that isn't even FF14 anymore. Like, the live letter is supposed to be about the damn game. It's supposed to be about the MMO, and they spend like the first 20 minutes talking about other games from their company that many FF14 players wouldn't even give a shit about. But they don't give us this. So I just wanted to comment on this real quick. I was really impressed when I was looking at the patch notes for NGS when I saw this, because I was like, dude, this is the kind of communication you need to have with your player base. I understand that some NGS players are definitely in the same boat right now. I've heard complaints. I've heard people say that, again, I can't judge it. I haven't played it yet. But I have heard complaints from people who play NGS saying it's disappointing and that they also are not happy with the state of the game as well. They're not in too different of a boat as FF14 players with that game. But it's like, at least you have this. you know what's coming. And it even has a schedule. One of the big things that has FF14 players super pissed off right now is the fact that again, that live letter I just mentioned, the latest one, it's July 2nd, 2025, for anybody who needs context. The latest live letter, which was a couple weeks ago, they still didn't even confirm the exact date of the next patch. And they have almost never done that, and it's really starting to grind people's gears because they really want to know when they can like set time off from work to be able to play the game when a new major patch is coming out. A lot of people have to ask like sometimes months in advance to get time off work, and they can never do that with patches for that game because of the fact that they don't have this. There's never a roadmap or a schedule. They always just say, oh, it's coming out in early August. It's like, okay, but what fucking date? Why do they never give a date, you know? So this might not seem like a big deal if you're used to it and you take it for granted, but when you start seeing, you know, how other games operate, how their developers and communities operate, you see things like this and you realize, holy shit, this is actually kind of a big deal in the long run. Like, it goes a long way in creating some solidarity and trust between the developers and the players when you have something like this to show. It'd be like, yeah, look, this is what we have planned for the next 6 to 7 months. Like, this goes all the way to February. Look at this. We're in July and this goes all the way to fucking February. They already have planned out what they're gonna do. We don't get shit like this in FF14, man. People wish we had this shit. You know, and we also wish we had no, there's plenty of that in FF14 too, but I said to throw that in there. But yeah, so I just wanted to point that out because it's actually kind of a big deal. Shit! Pizza maid, no! She caught me!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Fuck! Damn! I'm sitting here talking shit about FF14, and right when I make a lewd joke, Pizza Maid comes in. Son of a bitch! Pizza Maid's like, son of a... That timing. Oh my... Did you literally just come in, Pizza? Like, I need to know. You did? Okay. So you probably didn't. Yeah, then that was completely out of context. That is a highly clippable moment right there. So I'm saving that. There we go. Flipping that for later. That's hilarious. Okay, so to give you some proper context real quick without spending too much more time on it, I was just talking about how grateful I am to see that at least this game, as much as some people who play this game, NGS, might be kind of upset with its current state, at least they have a roadmap and FF14 doesn't. So I was just talking about how I think FF14 players are a lot more upset and disappointed with that game right now than maybe NGS players. They might not be, I don't know. I can't judge NGS, I haven't played it myself yet. I don't know the kind of state that it's in. But I feel like players from both games are kind of like a little like, they have mixed feelings about their respective games right now. But I was saying that at least this game has a content roadmap that is like 6 to 7 months out, if not longer. I mean, from now to February's, yeah, it's about 6 to 7 months. I was saying that this kind of thing actually goes a long way for establishing a bit of solidarity and trust between the developers and the players, you know? And then I just, because I had taken some screenshots earlier, please do not watch the first 30 minutes. Don't watch the first 20 minutes of the VOD, Pizza. You don't need to see that. It's very classified, sensitive information was happening there. Don't watch the opening. You don't need to see that. It's just, yeah. It's just, I think it's just better if, it's just better if you don't. Yeah, just ignore what's happening on screen. We don't need to see that. We're just, you know, we're just gonna quietly move on now. We're just gonna get back to the PSO2 Classic story. So yeah, we're doing the coast exploration, guys. Yeah, we're exploring the coast, the beach. The beach. And we're totally not bringing along scantily clad and not so scantily clad women. To the beach. Anyway, how are you, Pizza Maid? Aside from thoroughly disappointed in me right now. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. There we go. I'm not disappointed. I just caught your ass. Yeah, and you know, I was actually bragging that Peaches wasn't here. Because usually Peaches is the one keeping me in check and just kind of going, you know. I think Peaches might need to give his neck muscles a vacation from all the head shaking he's had to do. And I was just like, that during that first half of that stream, I was like, oh, it's alright, Peaches isn't here, you know, we're all good. And then I get caught by Mama Pizza instead. It's just like, damn. I got busted so hard. There's VODs. That's true. This is going on YouTube forever, and it's on Twitch right now as well. I'm caught. I'm caught in all scenarios. Check the tapes. Oh yeah, from I did my first super hard run. That's something else I forgot to mention. I unlocked super hard mode, which they just give it to you automatically. You don't even have to do a client order like before, where you get like a permit test from talking to what's her name. They just, as soon as I reached level 50, they were like, hey, we have confidence in your abilities, so we're gonna let you play super hard mode now. I was like, all right, cool. And they were like, sweet. So one of my dailies had me do super hard for an expedition, so I did forest, and that's how I got these fancy new weapons you see here on my back. So I got nice new gear from super hard mode in the forest. Forest expedition. That's also where this armor piece came from on my legs. Anyway, I felt I should address that since some people watching might be like, where the hell did he get the new gear from last video, you know? Because I didn't have it. Alright, I think we're good. Let me just bring, no, I'll save the EXP for dailies off stream. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring an EXP boost. I think we're set to go then. Maybe feed the mag? Yeah, let's feed the mag. Am I enjoying the story so far? Good! I just finished episode 1. Yeah, I just finished episode 1 and it was kind of heartbreaking, you know? Poor Hadrid. We had to put Hadrid down. It was sad. We bonded with Kuna for like several chapters leading up to the finale, and then we saw the post-credits just now for it. Yeah. And now Luther has introduced himself. He gives me very bad vibes. When I was talking to Shion right at the end of the post-credits scenes for episode 1. Kuna's definitely, yeah, Kuna has become waifu number 2. Matoi has kind of, she's gradually just losing ranks because she doesn't do much of anything and her personality might as well be absent so far. But yeah, Kuna's definitely waifu number 2 now, for sure. I like that she has an alter ego. She's a pop star by day and an assassin by night. I thought that was actually pretty funny. Waifu number 1 is still definitely Aki though. Smart, sexy women. Smart, confident, tall, sexy women. Definitely number 1. We don't see enough of Aki actually. But yeah. Aki's the, she wears glasses, has semi-shortish but sort of spiky hair, dark hair. She's a scientist. She wears mostly white. Yeah, her. She's the number 1 waifu. She's definitely my type. I don't have just one type, but I do have preferences. She's at the top of the preferences list. I found out a while back, a couple years ago, that I seem to have a thing for women with glasses, especially if they're also like smart and confident like her. So it's just a thing. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
The coast of Wolfram, a breathtaking landscape of glittering sands and a vast ocean. It's home to environmental oddities of unknown origin. Waterfalls that flow from the planet's aqueous surface. Herbs to catch the water. The native Oceanians here have been subject to genetic engineering. They will likely be hostile. Keep your weapons hot.
Genetic engineering. Okay. Not a bad choice. Oh, thank you, Pizza. At least Pizza approves of my my top 2 waifus in this game so far. That's good. Mama Pizza approves.
You son of a bitch.
But, you know, since you came in on this topic, Pizza, I do have to ask, how do you sort of, without like spoiling anything, like you don't have to go into detail, how do you feel about the state of, like just in general, how do you feel about the state of FF14 and NGS? You don't have to compare them to each other. I'm just kind of curious about how you feel about the state of each game. I'm sure you've heard a lot more positive and negative feedback from the player base of both than I have, since I'm avoiding spoilers, so I don't really interact with this community too much, so I'm kind of curious about what your take is on it. Aki's not a common choice, which is what surprised me. It's just, she's the type of woman that I definitely, I don't know. There's just something about women like her that I really like. Been a mixed bag of nuts as of lately. Well, I enjoy NGS's roadmap. The content in my eyes is somewhat lackluster. That's what I've been hearing, yeah, from people who, yeah, NGS players have been saying that pretty much. That it feels just kind of bland, right? It can easily be completed in a span of 1 gaming session. Oh my god, so they literally do have the same exact problem as FF14. A new patch comes out and you can finish it within hours. And you have to wait months for the patch. Jesus Christ, so both games are literally in the same... Oh. What is going on? Is this a Japanese thing? What's going on? Why are Sega and Square Enix both like tanking and going stale at the same time in the same ways with their respective MMOs? What is going on here? You're assuming that it's something like a new industry standard? What could have caused it though? Like what made them shift from giving us enormous content patches more frequently to smaller content patches less frequently, which is horrific. A horrible combination. In a lot of ways, it compels people to walk away from the game and then come back later when there's more beef. Yeah, and Yoshi P is kind of implied in a lot of what he says that that's kind of what he wants. So, like, I guess the industry standard is to encourage that? Like, maybe they're just afraid of people burning out now? I got a little volume for myself a little bit. Like, are they shit scared of people burning out or something? What's going on? Like, they want to encourage maybe players to do a bunch of different, to play a bunch of different games? You think the burnout is on both? Wait, you think the devs are burned out? 'Cause I was wondering if maybe... Oh, okay. It definitely feels that way from the thing. I haven't played Dawn Trail yet, but just from people's criticisms and as well as the lackluster patch updates, yeah, I definitely got that vibe too. Yeah. This game's a lot more new. NGS, I mean, not PSO2 Classic, but NGS is a lot more new, so I'm wondering what the deal is with this game. It has still fully stepped out of the global pandemic mentality. Some people did say that. They're like, it just feels like we're still in COVID schedule, patch schedule or something. Producing so much content while players were in isolation. Interesting. So now they're just learning to slow down and acclimate, but they haven't found the sweet spot. Yeah. I will say I think that's definitely hits most of the, I can only speak for FF14, so that's the only game I have the most experience with when comparing these two, but I think that you mostly nailed it on the head, but there is also another factor here. There is also something weird happening with Square Enix in particular, because one of the criticisms for the Occult Crescent Zone that they added in the latest patch for FF14 not too long ago was the fact that the queuing system for the big like raid that they added to it is like actually worse than Baldessian Arsenal was for Stormblood, which was 2017. And people are wondering why they kind of took so many steps backwards with that zone's design compared to like Bosja, which was much better for Shadowbringers in 2019. So it's like it's aside from the lackluster like amount of content, it does seem like the quality also went down severely as well, for very strange reasons. I say strange because they're mostly unexplained. They really haven't told us. They just vaguely said it's something about cost. They didn't let them do a queuing system, like a proper queue system for the latest raid or whatever. Yeah, aside from being a mouthpiece. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah. Pizza Maid's like, I'm taking off the gloves for this one. I'm not pulling my punches. I'm saying that with the intent to offend. Unless you mistyped and you meant without the intent, I don't know, but... Okay. That's all I was like, I think she might have meant without the intent to... Okay. I was like, I don't think she actually meant... Damn. You're an OG. So you've been in it as long as my brother then. My brother's been playing, Really, I can't just cross over from here? I can't swim?
Oh, shit!
Yeah, my brother's been playing since the beginning as well. The only reason me or him didn't even play 1.0 is because it was PC only and we didn't have a gaming PC and we didn't really have money to buy and then pay a subscription for it either. We stopped playing for personal reasons in 2021. like you're invested for a very long time. Oh wow. I see. Yeah, I've heard you make some. I've heard you. Like, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it went that deep for like why you stopped playing, because on some of your streams I've seen you talk about how you have been tempted to like poke your head in a little bit once in a while, see what's going on, check the game out. You've been tempted to resub a few times, you know. So. Peeking the head in like this. Pizza maid looking in. Yeah, these guys are. Oh, okay. You can. I was wondering why my party didn't attack him. Alright, well, like I said, thank you very much for answering my question, Pizza. I appreciate it. The temptation is always there. Thought that to Shadowbringers, and I've been curious about Endwalker and Delta. Oh my god. Oh my god. Part of me wishes you hadn't said that, because now I'm just screaming internally, going, she needs to play Endwalker. Endwalker is absolutely my favorite expansion because of the story. That's not good. Let's not get it twisted. It wasn't the content or even the patch content. It was the story. It's like, it literally changed my life. So I'm just like, she needs to play it. I just started screaming that as soon as I saw you didn't play it. I was like, fuck. Yeah, it actually did. And all you have to do is look at... You literally can see the moment it happened, Pizza Mate. I recorded it because I recorded my first playthrough of it. It's on my VOD's channel. If you don't care about spoiling the ending for yourself. Literally the last video, I actually broke down... yeah, I had a breakdown. I'll just say, I'll keep it general. Like, I had an emotional breakdown at the end. It destroyed me in the best way possible. And gave me a whole new outlook on life.
Oh, whoa! Please be careful!
You spoiled yourself with harsh phone because you knew the tears would come. Nobody spoiled that for me. I got to see that raw, but unfortunately I was not streaming yet back then. But my reaction was not, it wasn't as deep as like the Endwalker reaction, so I don't like regret that. But yeah, I forgot my first playthrough of Endwalker, I think is marked as such on my VOD's channel. It's literally called, it's in parentheses, it says first playthrough. It says, so it's called Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker, and then in parentheses it says first playthrough. And if you see the last, it should be the last video, I'm pretty sure. It was a very long stream, it was like 6 hours, the whole ending. And I can't tell you specifically what part of the video it's in, but you'll know it when you see it. I want to say it's probably like maybe an hour before the video ends, maybe an hour or two. You'll see a familiar face because you played all the way to Shadowbringers. Yeah, you'll see a familiar face. It's literally at the end of the final battle with this person that you should know. And I just break down crying with... He says something that triggers me because it was like a recurring theme throughout the entire expansion story. And that it just triggers me, and because I was already so emotionally high from everything else happening, I completely melt down. Don't force yourself to though, Pizza Mate. Like it's okay if you don't see it. I definitely at least wanted to explain how I felt. Because I know you're busy, you know. That was, yeah, for a lot of people, I do remember that being a thing. For a lot of people, Emmett Selk did that to them, yeah. Didn't do it for me. I did, you know, choke up and tear up a little bit when, you know, obviously what happens with him at the end of Shadowbringers. But, you know, especially his last words. Like, it did get me, but I feel like it got other people way more. When I actually helped other people, like friends that I met, go through go through the story. Yeah, I saw how attached they got with Emmett, and I was just like, damn, this didn't happen with me, but holy shit, people really like this guy. I have one friend in particular. She broke down, not at the very end, but very close to it, when he does. I don't want to spoil it for non-FF14 players, but you know, when he does the thing against the other husbando. I'll just try to put it that way to make it vague. When he does the thing against the other husbando. Yeah, okay. That part absolutely destroyed a really close friend of mine that I still keep in touch with today. Even she doesn't play FF14 anymore, and she also stopped after Shadowbringers, just like you, Pizza Maid. But that part absolutely destroyed her. Yeah. Yeah, that part mortified her because she really thought, you know, she really thought they were bros. She really thought that they had something going. So that fucking... It just was like a top... It wasn't just top 10 anime betrayals. It was literally the anime betrayal for all anime betrayals for my friend. That boy was like, oh my god. But yeah, when he gets clapped, that fucking gunshot, and he's just like, he went Rican and stopped seeking. Oh shit! Pizza Mate said it.
Son of a bitch.
Now I gotta shake my head, Pizza. Now I gotta be like, SMH. SMH Pizza. Now you got me doing it. SMH. No, actually I don't. I encourage all sorts of waifu husbando relationships. Can't help it if Grahatia loved my F14. Oh my god.
Emergency!
He does tend to have a thing for Warriors of Light, yes, I will say. Grahatia is known for this.
Emergency. Code. Capture.
But yeah, I can't emphasize enough how messed up my friend was from that scene. Every time I complimented him, I was like, I know. These capture missions are kind of weird. Oh well, so much for capturing it. They killed it. Yeah, I can't help it if my party destroys it, alright? I was trying to lure the thing into the capture thing, but my party said nah. Oh shit, Peaches is here now too. Listen, Peaches, if you look back at the chat, I'm not the only one who deserves an SMH right now. Look at what Pizza Mate is saying. Look at her last few messages. I am not the only one. I am no longer the only one. I'm merely stating the obvious here, Pizza. That once you go Rican, you stop seeking. When you go Puerto Rican, you stop seeking. It's a crime to have been that cute in 14. Now you have me really curious what your FF14 character looked like, Pizza. Unless you're talking about Grahatia's cuteness. You had a few? We all do. Even those of us who don't want to admit it, maybe. Oh, okay, this is really pretty. But I wanted to say when we started this stage, that this stage reminds me a lot of the beach area in PSO1. In episode 2 of PSO1. Maybe it's a reference. Because this is episode 2 of PSO2. Maybe they kind of meant it as a, you know, like an Easter egg. Kind of been that Kuna 14. I had a few, mainly played Rogadin and Aura. Most definitely rips inspiration from that. Yeah, it's a beautiful beach. Like, look at the color of the color of the grass on the little mountains, the rock formations, the beach is like everything. It almost looks like they literally just took the beach from that game and then they upscaled it. Like they just made the graphics better and gave the water proper like physics and stuff. It definitely feels like I'm in that area right now. And that's one of my favorite zones. It's so beautiful. I think we talked about it. We might have talked about it briefly on one of your streams, Pizza. But yeah, it's such a pretty, or somebody else maybe mentioned it, that the beach is so pretty in that game. And this one just like literally takes it and makes it better. And that is very pretty. What is this? What is going on here? It's a waterfall from the... Oh, I get it. It's water falling from the atmosphere because the atmosphere is literally water. Like we're underwater. I get it. Your F-14 character was a Rogadin? Oh, nice. Were you one of the Rogadins who wore a Speedo? Or were you... Did you actually try to like... Did you actually try to make people take your character seriously? Because like 90% of Rogadins are wearing Speedos for some reason in that fucking game. Sea wolves for life? What's a sea wolf? Is that like somebody who's a fanatic for like the beaches and oceans or something? What? I got poisoned.
I got poisoned.
Damn. Oh right, that's one of the the Hell's Guard and the sea wolves. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, I should clarify though. The Rogadins that wear Speedos, I'm referring to the male Rogadins. You rarely ever see female Rogadins at all. But the male Rogadins, there's plenty of those, and they're always wearing fucking Speedos, standing around limbs. Blitz Blossom? Oh, these enemies. This area is fucking huge. Oh wait, I think the way forward is over there. Confuse so many people in PvP. Oh look, it's the evil eye things from FF14. They almost look like that, but no, it's not a giant eyeball, of course. Well, most of the rest of their design kind of looks like that. Female Rogadin warrior. Okay. Yeah, the stereotypes in that game, based on community feedback, like the way people behave towards the way certain characters look. The stereotypes are as follows. Okay, this area is too big. I was kind of like, I was gonna fill out the whole map, but now I'm just like, I just want to go to the next area. This area, this level is much bigger than I thought. And it mostly looks the same, it's just kind of more beaches, you know? I'm cool with going to the next area. Instead of filling out the map, I'm good. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, people see... Okay, so what's the stereotypes? Female Rogadins? Dom mommies. Male Rogadins? I don't know. They just wear Speedos, that's all I know. I don't think I want to know beyond that. It was weird. If I was on my Rogadin, I would get DMs like Muscle Mommy and Step on Me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Pizza Mate's describing the female Rogadin experience. Yeah. That is literally what it is. You will literally be harassed and asked to dominate men that are shorter than you. I'm sure you probably got tells from like even female characters as well. But like, yeah, that's the general consensus. I don't really know the stereotypes for... Those are the strongest, honestly. The most like outspoken stereotypes in terms of like the experience you'll have or the way you're perceived are definitely the Rogadins. I don't know what the general sort of creepy or non-creepy perception of the other races are. I just know those ones. People are so like shamelessly outspoken about those. Like they don't give a fuck. Oh shit! I saw you do this boss fight a little bit on one of your streams, Pizza. I looked away because I didn't want spoilers, but I do remember seeing a little bit of this.
Emergency.
Damn, you can turn it around? Wow. 1 bar and that was it. Okay. Where do you get more ammo for this? It's the day relay boss fight. That single photon art almost killed it. This is really cool. We're in a water tunnel. Oh my god, that actually made me kind of dizzy. That was really cool. I wish I could go into first person mode. What the fuck is he doing? Oh Jesus. He's charging his laser. Okay, we're good. This is really cool. I like that we're in a water tunnel that's swirling. I want to go into first person and actually... Can I reach him from here? No. Shit. That's what I get for not being a ranger. I missed. Yeah, I blocked it at least. It's rough in design if you have no range characters. Wait. Noah. Doesn't she have a gun or... Oh. She ain't gonna use it, that's for sure. Does she have a gun or what does she have? No, it's a sword. I was like, I wasn't sure for a second. She's a katana braver, okay. She's got the power of anime on her side. Holy shit, it's Metal Gear. Ayla, no! There was something about seeing Ayla go flying like that. Hey, how are you putting this on me? I didn't do that. I didn't shoot her with water. I do feel a little guilty for laughing at the way she went flying, but still, I didn't do it. Oh my god. It wasn't me. I even had her on the sofa. It wasn't me. Okay, let me put some stuff away so I can pick up the new stuff. Okay, I think that should be enough. Where were you to be her Kevin Costner and be her bodyguard? I'm so sorry, Pizza. I didn't realize it was my responsibility and I just I was absorbed in the water tunnel. Oh my god, I really want to look at this in full first person and just get really dizzy looking at it. Like, I just want to go like, whoa. And just get lost in it. Like, if you rotate the camera a certain way, like I did it during the fight. If you rotate the camera a certain way with the way it's spinning, it just like, it fucks you up. But like, it would help if I could actually remove all objects, you know, and just be in full first person. This is so cool. Yeah, motion sickness, Pizza. See, I rarely get it, so for me it's kind of an adrenaline rush to try and trigger it. So I actively try to trigger it when I can with things like this. Because it's very mild for me. I actually heard one time that motion sickness is more prone to happen in people that are very... Oh, this is how I did it. Holy shit. But I can't really turn this full 360 degrees though. That motion sickness is more prone to happen in people that are more... They have like... It's not that they're calm and relaxed, but like they're less nervous in general. I think is what it was. And then people who are more sort of nervous, or tend to be more nervous, maybe anxiety has something to do with it, tend to get less motion sickness. And I do have a bit of anxiety. It's very mild, of course. And I don't get motion sick, so maybe that could be a thing. So we're going out to people who are loved by Garhatia, yeah. We'll go with that, actually. Pizza Maid's right, 100%. Forget everything I said. Forget everything I just said. It has been scientifically proven. You heard it here first, folks. Pizza Mate is our top scientist. People who are loved by Grahatia get motion sickness. Nothing to do with all that calm, nervous bullshit that I was just saying. Fuck that. The science is in. You can't argue with data and facts. He gets nervous when he sees me. He just remembers your guys' last encounter and he's just like, ah. We're too far off. Yeah, but in all seriousness though, it is kind of strange. Like, you know where I heard this from? You know, you guys want to know my sources for all this shit that I literally just said? Take a wild guess. You'll never guess where I got my information from. Ancestry DNA? No. If you want one more guess, I can give you that, or I can just tell you. 'Cause you're gonna laugh when you realize where I heard this. Good housekeeping. Is that a TV show or a movie or something? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a magazine. You're getting close. In terms of the quality of the source, I look like an avid reader. It's the glasses, right? Speaking of. There she is. Waifu number one.
If you would, please.
It was Aki who told me, yes. I mean, look at her. She's just... How is that not waifu material? And she's got a giant gun. Like, that just makes her even hotter. Look at the assault rifle. I could stare at her all day, honestly. And then, when I get an S rank, she tells me maybe she should study me next. You know? Oh yeah, I have. I've taken her on a few missions, and she's given me a few gifts. Yeah, she's giving me some gifts. Peaches. Yeah, she's like, maybe I should study you next. And I'm just like, Peaches has been here for it. I'm just like, study away. I'm right here. I'll be your test subject whenever you want.
Look at this dude.
Hey, come on, Pizza. You were simping. You were over here talking about Grahatia. I'm allowed to say something too, okay? You got very detailed with Graha. You'd be like, that's different. I don't have a... I can't help it if Grahatia loves me. Well, how do you know Aki doesn't love me too? You don't know what we have. You don't know what we've done off stream. Have I asked her? I think that's between me and Aki, you know? Holy shit, she's got a mag! She's got her own mag! I like that. The Aki body pillow. I definitely need one now, yes. Anyway. If you sub to the channel right now, let me turn on my brand new, what is it, 25% discount I think it is, or whatever they're offering. Let me use up a token to put on 11 hours of a 35% 5 gift sub minimum discount on Twitch. One of the newest features, folks. You have 7 tokens you can use all year long, and up to 70 hours of 35% discount on 5 gift subs or more. The streamer can activate it whenever they want, until they run out of hours or tokens. Anyway, we got a little off topic for a second, because the waifu appeared. But I'm gonna reveal to you guys now where I got my source for that whole, like, motion sickness thing. It's literally been on stream. I got it from Cloud in Final Fantasy VII.
Bruh.
I'm dead serious. There is a scene close to the end, Mrs. Starcrest. I like that. Aki Starcrest. There is a scene on the High Wind, very close to the end of FF7, where Yuffie is experiencing motion sickness, Because she has that the entire game. Cloud has it too. He also suffers from it, but doesn't remember he suffers from it until he gets his memories back. Wait until you learn you can make an alt look just like her. Oh, Pizza Maid, why did you tell me that? I've already spent enough time in Character Creator. Oh my god. I'm gonna be... That literally, your comment just now has guaranteed another 24 hours in the Character Creator. Son of a bitch. Not anytime soon, though. I ain't got time for that. But now I have to set aside time. I have to schedule this. I need to schedule this. But yeah, there's a scene where Cloud is talking to Yuffie about their motion sickness. And she's like, how do you deal with it? And he says... he mentions this twice. There's actually a scene earlier where when you first get the submarine, because he also has claustrophobia, he mentions that he feels better if he's piloting. Like, if he's piloting the submarine, he'll feel better, and it won't affect him that much. Leon X Aki or Lecky or Ion? What the... the new ship? Yeah. But he mentions that, and he says that, like... He says something briefly about the fact that if you're, like, actively engaged in something, or if, like, you tend to be a nervous person, you're less prone to motion sickness, or something like that. So he says to try to kind of, like, remain active, or if you can pilot the vehicle that you're in, try to be the pilot, be the driver, essentially, rather than a passenger. And I have observed these things happen in real life as well, because I was going to say earlier that my brother does get motion sickness a lot easier than I do. And he tends to be a much more calm and relaxed person. He doesn't get as loud and rambunctious as I do, like how I am right now. And he gets motion sickness and I don't. So I feel like there's definitely something there. Like, I think they actually pulled, they maybe actually pulled a little bit of science in what they made Cloud say in that, in FF7, and that's where I got it from. But I've never actually researched it myself. I have no idea. Aki, will you help me research it? You like research, right? You want to study things together? It's me asking her out. Oh my god! Okay, I gotta do some character management while Pizza expresses her disappointment. Oh, hold on, let me feed the mag. Oh my god. There we go. You gotta start getting the pets ready for bed? Alright. Well, thank you very much for coming by, Pizza. It's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for the laughs. You did catch my ass. You did. Peaches, you should have seen it. She walked in at literally the perfect time. Like, the timing could not have been better. Please do not watch the beginning of this VOD. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. We'll leave it at that. Peaches is gonna be like, I will BRB. Good night, Pizza. Sleep well. Say hello to the puppies, and I think you have a cat too, right? The kitty? Or maybe I misheard one time a cat in the background of your stream one time. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I did hear right. Yeah, say goodnight to Sam and everybody. Hope you have a good one. Darby and Arya. That's cute. Bye. It's always fun having Pizza Maid around. I wish I had the soundbite she has on her stream. Yay, Pizza Maid! When in doubt. I forgot, I haven't sung it enough times. I lost practice. I'm gonna have to ask Starzak to rehearse it again for me. To the rescue, it's Pizza Maid. Her mag is really cool. Right, I'm getting distracted by the waifu again and her mag. Her mag. That sounds weird in that context. Sonic arrow. Beep. Beep. I don't know why I got Kirby music suddenly in my head. But I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I don't think I need this stuff. I've started learning what to filter out just by abundance and scarcity. I'm like, dude, I have like 1 million of these. I don't think I need to be stockpiling them, so I start selling them now. Oh. This was the same fucking skill. I could have just learned one and sold the rest. Whatever. There we go. Let me get the daily stuff from earlier, actually. Clear coast exploration. Excellent. We got a try boost, plus 50. Clear abandoned mine exploration. I did that a long time ago. The fuck? Why am I barely getting the reward for this now? Okay. Well, I did it as a recommended quest. Unlock super hard difficulty. Yeah, like I said, this happened off stream. I took screenshots of the conversation, but it really wasn't... It's of little interest to me, but that's quite rare, is it not? What, the bonus Tokyo Key Gold? Oh yeah, that's true. I can use that off stream when I have proper EXP boost and everything. There's seabed exploration. Oh my god, it's actually following... It's actually making a lot of references to PSO2 original, or PSO1 episode 2. What I meant to say. PSO original episode 2. We're going to the seabed next. This game does spoil itself a little bit, but I mean... Back in these days, MMOs were not really meant to be super story focused, so they, you know, obviously they didn't, that wasn't really a priority. The recommended quests spoil the areas I haven't been to yet. Like Las Vegas, you know. That's why I'm not doing them anymore. But I'm still gonna get a spoiler just from seeing it. Seeing the name of the quest. And the area. That's whatever. I just won't play them, so I won't get, you know... I won't get spoiled on the entire zone in the context of it. Okay, anything else that we gotta do? I'm a little distracted right now. Too much is happening. Okay. Or was happening. Still trying to get my wits. And put those in storage for now. I'll keep that for later. I'm almost done with the stream anyway. I think that's it. 19 out of 50. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I think we're all, yeah, we're set. Alright, back to the story quests. Oop. My brain was expecting the Station Square music from Sonic Adventure. I got so used to that since that's been playing since I started playing this game. Because I started right at the start of the Sonic event. It's so weird not to hear the Station Square music here now. My brain just associates this place with it. I don't even know if this is the default music or if it's from the event. And the other crossover event that's happening now. Or whatever the hell this is. I don't know what this is. The trees with the little talismans or whatever.
Which quest are you up for? Which quest are you up for?
Story quests. This is just episode 2. Okay. So I guess you're not allowed to rewatch the scenes for episode for any previously completed episode again. Like you have to start like a new character if you want to go through the story again. That's kind of disappointing if that's true. I never asked that question because I figured I'd eventually find out. But it does look like you can't re-experience the first episode again after you've gone through it. Unfortunately. It does seem that way. It just has a thing to send you to episode 2. Well, at least this game is more alt friendly. Starting over in this game with a new character I feel like is probably not as bad. Could be wrong about this. But I feel like it's probably not as bad as starting a new character in FF14 because nothing is shared between characters in that game. nothing. They literally are like just completely... They could be on the same server, same account, doesn't matter. They're considered completely separate entities. They even made it difficult. They even went out of their way to make it difficult for you to put them into the same fucking FC. Like, they just do not want you using alt in that game. They do everything to discourage it. It's very strange. Even though they give you like 52 character slots for your subscription. Or however many it is. You can have, I think it's like, there's a limit for every region or something. Every data center region. I don't know, something like that.
Notice, signs of Darkfall's apprentice have been detected on Omega.
Might as well
We're going
hit
to
start
need
on
your
this.
assistance, so get ready.
By the way, there's a thing in the chat box that my camera's covering. You'll sometimes get tips from the game telling you you can do this, you can do that. There was literally a tip that says you can turn these off, but if you go to settings, and then it tells you that, and then there's actually no setting called what it says. And I researched it online, and apparently it's a known thing. People are like, yeah, there's literally a tip in this game telling you can adjust the setting to turn off those notifications. That doesn't exist. The setting does not exist. The setting that it tells you to go look at if you want to turn those notifications off does not exist. But yet there's a tip that comes up in the chat once in a while telling you that you can turn it off that way. Through a way that doesn't exist. It's just like...
What? What? You son of fuck! Oh, shit!
I meant to hit that one, not the son of a, but it still kind of fit. Okay, we're back here with Patty and Tia again. Opal Coast. Your current episode will change and the selected event will play. The state of the lobby will change, so you may not be able to enter some areas and certain characters may not be available. Oh shit, okay, never mind. So maybe you can replay episodes. We just haven't officially moved out of episode 1 yet. Selecting an episode again will return the lobby to the corresponding state. It will abandon the quest you have currently accepted. Oh, this is kind of neat. Alright, let's go. Let's see how the lobby changes. So there will be different NPCs in the lobby.
A few fall spawn aren't gonna stop us. This is a whole new planet. Feast your eyes on Wapau!
And why are you talking weird again? Oh, hi.
Son of
Tia
a
here.
bitch.
And Tia's like,
Bruh.
So the first few those first sound effects were Patty, and Tia then just comes along and she's just like,
Look at this dude.
We're really here on a brand new world.
yeah.
Water as far as the eye can see. It's almost like the whole planet was flooded.
This planet sure has a strange composition. I wonder if this is because of the fall spawn.
I don't know. But also, going back to the fact that I didn't explore the whole, like, the entire zone, part of it is just because the enemies respawn. I would actually be more encouraged to do so, but since the enemies respawn because they're meant to kind of be like these open world... they're meant to be like open world field explorations where multiple parties of players can be running around doing things at once. So the enemies are supposed to respawn. But that kind of discourages me from trying to explore too much because it just becomes a hassle having to fight endless enemies that will just keep coming back. If there were actually more players still playing through these areas, I wouldn't mind exploring because at least I'm not the only one having to fend off the enemies. But yeah, that is one of the reasons why I didn't finish filling out the map and checking every little corner. For those who are curious about why I didn't do that earlier. Okay, so Tia said, the planet sure has a strange composition. I wonder if this is because of the false spawn.
Speaking of which, do you think it's okay to just leave that Dark Falls out there like that?
We have our orders, right? And I'm sure they'll declare a state of emergency if need be. Just not a priority right now.
You guys met one of them?
Plus, there's an ARC's distress signal coming from this planet that can't be ignored.
Good, they're giving us context on why the fuck we're even here.
No, right. Yep. What's a distress signal doing coming from a place like this, though? You know, I feel like this is a lot like what happened back on Navarius.
I bet that's exactly why the order went out to everyone instead of just a small team.
Anyway, the search is still on, and the enemies around here sure seem tough, so be careful.
Well, that's interesting. Give me 1 second. The technical issue that came up. Gotta make sure it doesn't cause problems later. Here. Oh, that's right. I haven't done this in a while. I think I have it there. Bloom. Okay, this took a little longer than I wanted it to. Oh, that's good. That's good. Any minute now. Oh, there we go. That's for good measure. Okay. Anyway, let's see what to do. Replacing Zeno. That's right, we never found out what happened to that guy. So we have a new waifu, it looks like. Looking like a new waifu. From what I can see right now. Lo or Io? I think it's Io, that's a capital I think. That's definitely not a new waifu. Interesting eyes. Okay, let's withhold judgment. We'll get to know her first. We'll see. Azanami. Potential. There's potential. There's potential. Braver at your service. Oh, is this when they added the job class for Braver? The samurais, basically? I think they don't just use katanas, right? They do a few things. The perfect target. Oh god. Risa's back. The yandere. The yandere waifu. Shit.
Well, well, well! Hello, hello, hello! Still alive and kicking, are you? You remember me, right? Risa?
Yes. Unfortunately, I do.
This place is so bizarre and wonderful that I can barely contain my excitement!
I don't dislike her that much, by the way. I just like to play into it. The whole, like, she's supposed to scare the shit out of you kind of thing. But she kind of does, obviously. But, it, you know, it's in a fun way. It's in a fun way.
Can't you feel it? Please tell me you can. There's this wonderfully weird feeling in the air, don't you think?
I think you might be experiencing rust from the sea breeze.
The baddies here, they attack like usual, right? But when I shoot them, it's just like... Oh, how do I put this? It's like I'm shooting a practice target, but that target has a will of its own. Oh, it's really just invigorating. It's as if this whole place is just full of targets that run around and writhe in pain. It's like a dream.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that's everywhere, though. That's how you describe the enemies in another place we were at.
Now then, I can't stand around chatting. I need to return to my life's calling. Ta-ta for now.
Bye. Please don't ever target me. Well, at least she's there to provide comic relief. Alright, let's see our 3 new characters. Replacing Zeno. Oh, that's right! Yeah, she's not new. I just recognized who she is. She was glued to the hip to Zeno. And she's gonna try to take his place now. What the fuck was her name again? I low-key forgot. May 2nd. Not too long after the events of episode 1.
I see you've made it here too.
Nice camera angle. Oh my goodness. Actually though.
What do you think? Do I make a good hunter?
Echo, that's her name.
I figured I'd do my best to act as a substitute for Zeno until he returns.
Well, I definitely like your new outfit choice. That's for sure. He's trying to get to the top of the waifu list over here. Holy shit.
And no, I'm not losing it. I'm not faking it either. I stand before you now because I really am serious about this.
You really want to take a spot?
That said, I'm still pretty green, so I'll probably trip you up along the way. I'll try my very best not to, though.
I can see how her new outfit does take inspiration from Zeno. For science. Like his outfit was also that black and red with the same sort of texture, whatever that is. But of course hers is way more revealing, obviously.
Anyway, word has it there's an SOS signal being sent to ARX from somewhere on this planet, yeah? I took a quick look around and didn't see anyone who seemed to be caught between a proverbial rock and a hard place, though.
Okay.
Still, I don't know what it is, but this place feels weird. Even time feels like it's not flowing normally. But hey, I guess we'll figure everything out once we've explored every last nook and cranny, right? All things in due time.
Every last nook and cranny, she said it. You heard it here first, folks. She said it.
I'll catch you around. Bye-bye now.
Bye, Echo. God damn. Ass, though. You can now invite Episode 2 Echo as a partner. So with that outfit, well, Sega knows what the hell their players want. Right on. I'm a big fan of her new outfit for sure. Now who's this? A Dooman rookie. Yo.
Oh, are you an ARX operative?
Maybe. Okay, she looks better here than in the picture.
Me? Yeah, same. The name's Io. Nice to meet you, boss.
Boss?
What? Don't people call you that? I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, she definitely heard me questioning that.
I only just got set up as an operative the other day, so you're way above my pay grade, yeah? There you go. Boss it is.
Okay, I guess my reputation precedes me. The horns. Is this when they added that race?
Oh, these? These aren't really all that weird, right?
Yeah, this must be the patch where they added the Dooman race.
It's the mark of any Dumon. Look, my eyes are even
Dumon.
different colors too.
Excuse me, it's pronounced Dumon. Oh yeah, I forgot that's a trait. You don't notice this a lot on other players? Because since you can customize your character however the fuck you want, you don't have to have different eye colors, even if you make a Dooman. You can make them both the same color. And similarly, you can have different eye colors on any other race as well, like they don't restrict you. So I forgot this was actually a lore thing. Like a more lore accurate Dooman has different colored eyes and has the horns. I forgot about that.
You want to see my marking too? Come on, boss. I can't just reveal that out here.
I see Leon is taking after me. What the hell is he asking her to do?
Oh, don't give me that face. Look, I know there are people around here who like to show off as much skin as possible, but not me.
Yeah, okay, so we're on the same wavelength. So that was, yeah, it's just kind of like, what exactly did Leon just ask you to reveal? Or did you think that I was trying to ask you to reveal?
I think I've got 2 pieces of evidence right here that should point out that I'm for real.
I'm guessing her marking might be related to like what you can see on her chest. Maybe there's like there's more to it than just that. I don't know. I don't know enough about Doomans.
I'll see you around then, boss.
Bye, Io. I was like, what's the opposite of boss? Subordinate? I don't know. Well, at least she has a healthy amount of respect for me. You know, in a professional sense. Calling me boss, but not necessary. You just call me Leon, it's all good. Still, not gonna turn my nose up at it. Braver at your service. Azanami. Actual new waifu? Maybe?
Hey there!
Or, should I say nice to meet you for the first time, I suppose?
You have a familiar face, but yeah.
By the way.
Azanami.
So hey, tell me, have you tried out our new class yet?
Braver? No.
I'm talking about the Braver class, of course. And, no, I don't want to hear your opinion on the name. I thought long and hard on it, okay? It's the first class to excel in both ranged and melee combat alike. Up close, you draw your katana for a quick strike, and when you're far away, you focus and take aim with your bow.
Okay.
And that's that. Take it from me. I know best. I created this class after all.
Oh, so you're the instructor, basically.
It wasn't easy, let me tell you. It was hard to get people to see just what's so great about it.
Okay.
I had to show off all my tricks, run mock battles, and fill out more than my fair share of paperwork to get my application through. Then I had to work alongside the officers to map out skills for the class before I could stand here in front of you, as I do today.
This is almost fourth wall breaking. I like that they talk about it in an in-game context, the way job classes are designed.
I'm a bit of a late bloomer myself, see? So I have to jump through a few hoops to get some attention. It sure isn't easy. But it's pretty fulfilling, and it gives me something to do at least. Plus, it doesn't just help me out, but everyone else too, right? A win-win if you ask me.
I love her hairstyle and the outfit. She's definitely getting up there in waifu status. We'll see where things go.
Emergency notice. Dark Falls Apprentice has appeared on Omega. Move out immediately and rout the enemy.
Weird Wapali. Yeah. Sega definitely gave her that outfit on purpose, very much so. They know what they're doing with these camera angles on these screenshots. They know what they're doing. You have my attention, Sega. You have my attention. Weird Wapali. May 7th. Barely like a week or two later after the end of episode 1.
Hey, did you turn up anything? Because I certainly didn't.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of camera angles like these from now on. Sega definitely knows what their players want at this point.
Forget any signs of people, the signal itself is even cut off completely. Do you think it was just a false alarm? A wonky signal?
How should I know?
What's this all about now? First I hear voices, and then I come out here to find people completely different from who I'm really after?
Yo, Joey, what's up? The accent. I'm walking here.
Wait, where did that voice come from?
Down here, you dimwit.
What? Surprise, motherfucker.
No, wait! What?
She just immediately attacks it.
You bastard son of a...
Gee, that's cooler with the melodrama, okay?
How is this enemy talking? Look out! We need to take this thing down!
Oh, now, relax there, Missy. I'm not your enemy, okay? Not your enemy. The name's Cabra Khan, and I live here, capiche? Now just settle down, girlie. Sheesh.
Even Leon's like, chill out.
What the heck are you? You're so gross.
Look who's talking. You're not exactly nature's finest specimen yourself.
Oh!
You son of a...
Okay, it stopped auto-scrolling.
Why are you so slimy? No, stop! Stay back!
Didn't anyone ever teach you to not make fun of the way other people look? You could learn a thing or two from your friend here.
Yeah. I just stay quiet, and then nobody gets mad at me. I don't say a damn thing. See?
Jeez, here I was thinking I'd find the one I was after, but instead I come face to face with the rudest lady in the universe.
You were looking for someone?
Jesus.
I was. You seen him? A cutie that looks just like me, about yay high?
Yeah, no. I have never seen anything as gross as you in my entire life. And that's even taking into account my time with Zeno.
What does that mean?
Watch your mouth!
You bastard!
Forget it. You fools are no help to me. Sorry for spooking you. I'll be taking my leave.
You're gonna bury himself in the sand again, or?
That was a native of this planet, wasn't it? If no one's ever supposed to have been here before, how come it spoke our language?
She's making the right observations. I was a little too busy being distracted making my own observations of a different kind. Mostly her, not... What the hell was his name? Did he even say what it was? Cabrakan. Or Cabrakan. I zoned out that much on what he was saying because of the camera angles. I was too focused on Echo. Shit.
Fuck you, suck!
Searching for someone. See where this is gonna go.
Hey, are you off to battle now too?
Yep.
I'm off to look for this fella's friends for the umpteenth time.
Hey, I don't recall ever asking you for any help now, Missy.
Anyway, I wonder where I should search today.
I know you can hear me, okay? Sheesh. Whatever.
She is so mean to this guy.
Seeing as how you're already here and all, want to join us? If I'm being honest with you, heading out with just this gal here's got me sweating bullets.
Why are you guys together?
Well, that's not very nice.
Also, you acknowledge you can hear him.
Oh, yeah? How about I tell him about our little recent misadventure then,
So hey, since our little friend here seems so
What the
insistent,
hell?
why don't you come along?
She changes the subject instantly. That's hella sus.
Oh, shit!
Great, I'd be glad to have you around.
Instantly
any day.
agrees.
We could even leave this little lady here behind if you prefer.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen.
You're gonna eat your words one of these days.
You son of a bitch! You are twisting your shafts right now!
Close, but no. Understanding and determination. In the company of Echo, the party conducted their search around the coast along with the Capricans, a race native to Wapal. Unbeknownst to the boisterous group, a menacing enemy lurked in the shadows nearby. That looks like the boss we killed, right? Kind of. Guess we'll find out. Alright, so I'll probably end the stream after this quest battle at least. May 10th, 1600 hours. It's 4 in the afternoon.
Not around as usual, I see.
You're not gonna go any further?
There's some scary monsters that live up ahead. If we wind up having to deal with them, we could end up in serious trouble.
No need to worry. We're with you, and we can handle just about anything.
Or rather, our friend here can handle it. Not you, yeah?
Shut up!
You suck!
What's with this vibration?
Surprise, motherfucker!
That's definitely a different monster.
They're here. Why? We weren't making much noise.
Whoa! Have a look over there!
There was necessary battle prep.
Ah, it's Camelot. What are you doing there?
Probably got lost or something, right? But that's not important right now. We gotta get your friend out of here.
I'm with
We'll
you.
draw their attention while you get your friend to safety.
Seriously? I can't ask you to do something that dangerous.
There are times when you gotta do what you gotta do, regardless of the risk. And this is one of those times.
Hey! He's getting it.
Son of a...
He's pulling his cock out!
Take him out!
Your Majesty! Code! Attack!
Get destroyed. Damn. $1,700 hours. An hour later.
That was a close one.
Well, we made it though. You all right?
Man, when push comes to shove, you guys sure can handle yourselves.
Thanks.
Dylan!
No need to thank us. Are you? Oh, it looks like you're okay.
Bitch.
Yeah, Camelot and I are lively as ever, as you can see.
I think they're good.
Well, that solves the mystery of the distress signal. We must have set off the transmitter while we were lost. But why is an ARC's device here in the first place? That seems strange. Maybe someone dropped it?
That's too convenient.
Say, Missy? Thank you. I mean it.
Huh? Oh, no big deal. I didn't really do much anyway.
That's not even remotely true, you know. You might not be very strong. You're selfish and scatterbrained. Yeah. And I can hardly stand your enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
That's not helping.
But I see it now. You were doing your best to look for my friend, and found him for me.
Aww.
So, you should hold your head up high and know that I'm grateful.
I swear.
But don't let it get to your head. We're not the only victims here, so you got more work to do.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Watch it! What are you doing, moron?
Sorry about that. There was an enemy right next to you.
Well, now she's all tsundere.
You were clearly aiming for me.
Shut up! Get out of here! I found your friend for you, so just take them and go.
Yeah, she's gone full tsundere mode now. Great.
I planned on it, but boy, did I make a mistake being grateful to you. Thanks, regardless.
Even Leon's like, Jesus Christ, what am I gonna do with this chick?
You're welcome.
You suck!
She doesn't want to be all buddy-buddy with him, because she still thinks he's gross. Learn to take a compliment, Echo.
Yeah, I'm beat. We should probably head back too, yeah?
Yeah. Let's get some ice cream and wind down. Why ice cream? I don't know. The beach made me think of ice cream for some reason. Maybe some distant Kingdom Hearts memory. Sea salt ice cream or some shit was in my head. It's the only thing I can think of. I really don't know why I thought of ice cream. And that winds up, or that winds down that day pretty much. I think that mostly took place in one day, but I don't know. Theodore. It's been a minute since we've seen him. He looks a little different. Not wearing his hat anymore. He's the guy who lost what's-her-name, one of his best friends, and he's like vowed revenge against all Dark Falls spawn and all that stuff. I think that's him, yeah. He died in that invasion they did. Right before we actually released... Well, we didn't do it, but you know. The release of the Dark Falls Elder or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here. The stream actually went longer than I intended, but I was having fun. And mostly because Pizza Maid and Peaches came by. They're always a pleasure to have on the stream.
Which quest are you up for?
It's always entertaining. So yeah, I got a little carried away, and I just saw the timer, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. Elena, that's a super soaker. That reminds me of somebody. But yeah, so that's all for me for now, folks. Thank y'all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube, as I like to say as I wind down my streams. We'll find somebody to raid in a second, but first, let me finish doing my little outro here. CUI off 120 just to be safe. Yeah, like I said, thank y'all very much for watching. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Don't die. all that good stuff.
He's pulling his.
Not quite, but we did get a lot of new potential waifus and some returning characters that were not waifus but are definitely becoming a candidate for waifus, like Echo with her new outfit is definitely looking a lot more attractive and very different.
You bastard!
but yeah, we'll leave it at that. So
Emergency notice. Dark Falls Apprentice has appeared on Omega. Move out immediately and...
yeah, I'm muting that. But yeah, like I was gonna say, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. I was literally right about to say that when that guy cut in. And I will see you all next time. So, bye everyone. Take care.
Ooh.